Yo, hey everybody, welcome back to Odyssey Racing League's GT Americas. This is going to be a little unique this season for our Wednesday night races here because we are now racing mixed classes on Wednesday night. It started off with just being the amateur rookie completely class, to that moving into Thursday night and running with the Pro and Silvers, to now we are running a complete rookie class for the GT3. These are for new guys into the series, new guys into the team. It's going to be awesome. Let's just be 100% here. It's going to be great. Yeah. So, as we get going, we are going to try to explain a little bit of exactly what is we are expecting to see this season with new drivers and new rules. Everything's the same with the fuel and pits and all that good jazz, to where, you know, it's one pit for 1 liter of fuel, and tires are optional. But this definitely will give I like how the screen is acting goofy over here, so let's try seeing if I can switch it to something else real quick to get that off of there. And let's go back to the broadcast here, see if it pulls up differently, because it is acting funny. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Trying to get everything going back. My name's Ian. I was doing this for, 3 seasons now. I had a little issue with my internet last season for about 3 weeks, and yeah, it was not good. Got COVID, and then I went to Italy for a vacation, which was an absolute nightmare. But we are here. We're ready to rock and roll. We're ready for another great season to see some new drivers move up. We got GT4s running, and you'll notice many of the names in the GT4 class that you noticed from before. So there you go. We are racing at Silverstone today. The classic Silverstone. I'm not a big fan of this track, but lots of flat, no elevation, lots of twisting sideways on your car, etc., etc., etc. So as you can see on your screen, the timing that is on your screen right now, the blue markers indicate that the drivers are running the GT4 classes, and the regular red markers are the drivers running GT3. So some of the names that you probably will remember: Luke Locklear, Bonus Charles, DeRosso, our favorite little Kraut, is back. Robbie, Daniel, sorta Asian, as we watch Joe Connolly take a slide. Chris Rise, our 16-time champion at Odyssey Racing League. David Courtwright, good to see he's here tonight. I know he is in the thick of the mess in Florida with the hurricane. And Johnny DeMarchi also is running a GT4 class. Let's just take a peek at, let's go to Chris Rise here, just for the simple fact that he's in the pits. You can't win from the pits there, buddy. We'll look at Robbie, sorta Asian, in his Ginetta. It's like a wannabe little European communist Dodge Viper wannabe looking car. But yeah, that's Robbie Daniel. Let's just go. We got Kirill. Look, I know he says he's Canadian, but Kirill Austin Stev. Kirill. We're just gonna leave it at Kirill. How about that? We got Nate Schreiber here in the McLaren car number 44. He is AWOL. Got a yellow flag for him. I don't know. Oh, he's just hanging out mowing grass over there. Looks like he is starting his lawn care business. We got Dakey Rodriguez in a McLaren. It looks like we got quite a few McLarens here in the GT3 class. It looks like that might be the meta car this season, as he's going into turn 9. Again, a lot of these guys are going to be, these are new guys. So Ian Ludscombe here in his BMW, O Canada. Joe Connolly in the Porsche 993. Another new gentleman, Josh Grush. Welcome to Odyssey Racing League, Josh. Yeah, I'm just going to call you NS here in his Porsche. Nieti.
'Nieti. Nieti. 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 Suana Puek.
We got old Dave Lopez is back here in a McLaren. Steve Henson, also in a McLaren. Weird. Welcome to Odyssey Racing League, Steve. Back to Luke in his Porsche. Bonuses in his Jetta. De Rosso is in his Porsche. Gruscott. Robbie sort of Asian again. Chris Rice still hanging out in the pits. David Courtwright in his Porsche GT4. Ryan Luke. Johnny DiMacci in his, what did Jeremy Clarkson call that thing? The prostitute killing Camaro. We got Ilya Ivanic in a McLaren. And Antonio Vieira in his 296 Ferrari. So those are going to be the new drivers here with us at Odyssey Racing League, and plus a lot of the pro drivers running a GT4 class. So we have a full field here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on because qualifying is going to start here momentarily and to see what these guys are doing. But just to give you a heads up, Kirill is actually leading the GT3 class, the amateurs, the rookies, excuse me, at a 2 minutes, 0.515. Nate Schreiber is a 2:01.195. So what is he? 0.6 a second off. Ian Luscombe in 2:01.8. Dakey at a 2:02. So your top four are separated by quite a bit of time, 2 seconds here. So this look like Kirill's going to be having, if he can keep that pace up, a pretty decent race, like a little Max Verstappen pulling out kind of a thing. So let's hope not. I want to see good racing with these guys. I hope you guys had a good month, enjoyed your time off, but we're getting back to racing here at Odyssey Racing League. We are excited to have you here. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to sit in my seat. I'm excited I'm getting my new VR headset tomorrow. I'm pretty dang excited, let's just put it that way. So as we go to qualifying, here we go. All right, so we got a couple cars going on the track right away. Let's see here. Let me get to the right screen. We'll just follow these guys here for a little bit. We got Nate and little NS here in his Porsche 296. Apparently they must not have the liveries uploaded for us here because I'm not seeing very many custom liveries. But who cares? It's still racing, right? So as we are going down the hangar straight here, watching how he manages to run a little bumpy there for him there. Let's see where he brakes at. A little later than I normally do, but that's good. Nice entry into the corner there, into turn 10, club corner here. A little wide, taking it there so you can try to carry more speed through turn 11, back onto the Sir Hamilton straight. I'm sure Abdul quite like that. Going into Abbey, turn 12. Hard on the throttle and gear 4 up to gear 5. Hard on the brakes into turn 14 Village. To a short little stab of the gas into the brakes on turn 15 Loop. Got a little bit of the sausage there. And he is on the throttle on the Wellington straight, turn 16. Jeremy Clarkson screaming, "Power!" the whole time he's driving down this thing. Now he's going into Brooklyn's turn 17, downshifting, all the way down to second gear right away. Into Luffield, turn 18, the final turn. These two corners always get me. Always get me. And on to turn 19, Woodcote into the front straight. So we're going to Cops here. Into Maggots and Beckett's. Pretty interesting track here. So no one's got a time in yet here, so we're just kind of, looking around, seeing what's going on. We got a white flag here on Robbie Daniel. Ironically, the number one car on my leaderboard right now is David Courtwright in a GT4. Obviously, that's not going to hold up. He's getting flashed. 2 laps. 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 Robbie was. I'm not quite sure exactly who that was flashing him, but dang, dude. I got my Fanta soda. I'm chilling like a villain right now, boys. Okay. Can someone put a lap time in so we can kind of see where we're going here with 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go in qualifying here? No one's put a lap time in yet, so we're just going to kind of hang out and find out what's going on. Let's get to know some of these new guys here. I think it was Joe Connolly that was flashing him. Let's look at Dacky. I don't know. Mr. Rodriguez, how about that? And his McLaren. So this is his opening lap here. He's going into turn 19. So this will be his first timed lap. We have nobody putting a time in yet other than their out lap here. So it's going to be interesting for me tomorrow in this race because I've done absolutely zero practicing. My Quest 2 headset is being stupid and it decides it wants to stop working half the time now, which is great. Just out of the blue, like the last 4 races that I've done myself, it has decided to just stop working. Like halfway through the race, it just basically shuts down, and I can't do anything about it. It's not fun. And basically, want to connect and disconnect and connect and disconnect, and I'm tired of it. I should have got PCVR from the beginning and moved on with your life, but I'm not a smart man, so. Okay, everybody on the track here except Chris Rise looks like he's hanging out in the pits. But it's good to see my internet's working. We don't got cars flowing. Because I think one race I tried doing once my internet got fixed, and I had COVID, but my ping was just unreliable. We had cars floating everywhere. It was terrible. So we do have a purple laps on provisional pull. We got Krill. And I go to Krill, and he has beached it. He has beached his car. So let's go to Antonio Vieira in P2 here. He's ran a 2:01.845. So Krill's got a second. He's making it good. Look, Chris Rise hanging out in the pits, sitting here, hanging out in the chat, talking trash. Get in there. Start racing. Look at Ilya Ivanik here. Come on, Ilya, I'm pulling for you, pal. I want you to get up there. I want you to get ahead of those GT4s. You and Rodriguez. We can't have any of these GT4s outrunning y'all here. I didn't realize I was muted. I am so sorry, guys. I've been talking to myself for I don't know how long. Yeah, so Ryan Luke's 9/10 up on his lap. Nate Shriver's 8/10, 9/10 up, purple lap. So we'll see where Luke lands. I think 6th or 7th, 6th. We're going to jump to Nate Shriver. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in qualifying. He's 1 whole second. 1 second up on his time in the purple. So he nails it. He is now on provisional pole with a 2 minutes .022 time. Not bad, Nate. Not bad. I think that's probably good. Oh no, that is the Evo. Then why doesn't he have the light on the front like the rest of them? Anyways, so those are trying. Let's see. Let's go to Kirill here. He is not on a hot lap. This is his out lap. Don't burn your tires up too fast, there, pal. But let's see if he can push. And I mean, that's a huge gap. 7/10 of a second that was cut from him, and it looked like he was sailing away in the on the provisional pole. So 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Where's he at? He's turned 17, so he'll get another lap in after this. If he does, well, no, this is going to be his final lap coming up here. So his penultimate lap. Let's see how Kirill does on this. Let's go to cockpit cam. Let's go from inside. So starting of his lap, going into turn 1 in cups, downshifts, coast, back onto the throttle, stay on the track, don't do it. I don't know if that was going to, no it did not. He is still on a valid lap. Only 1/10, 2/10 down, but he's still there. As there's a car off the track, he's going through turn 4, Maggots and Beckett's. Here he goes, and he's on Chapel. Now he's on the Hangar Straight, full throttle. For those who don't know, this used to be a World War II air station for the British Royal Air Force. Hard braking into Stowe. Try to carry as much speed through this corner so you get a good exit onto Vale, through Vale on turn 8, coming up to the chicane of Club. Let's see if he can nail this here. He is still down 3/10 of a second, but Antonio Vieira is 4/10 up. This is going to be a battle for P2, I think, guys. Who's going to start on the outside, Antonio or Kirill? Come on. 1/10 up. Antonio is on him. Kirill's 1/10 down. Still can make it up here. I don't know what car that is. It's a Camaro. It's car number, what was it, 23? 83? Is there an 83? I'm not sure. Whatever. 23. No, couldn't have been that. I saw a 383. That was Johnny DiMarchi. Didn't really hurt him too bad. He's still only 1/10 down. He can make that up here, depending on how brave he wants to get on the brakes. He's even. He's up 1/10 in the green. That's not going to be enough, though. That's 1/10 on his time. Going through turn 18, now on turn 19 through Woodcote. Don't think he's going to have it in him. Kirill, no, that puts him there. Let's jump back here onto the Wellington Straight. He's getting ready to, brake heavy here. He's 3/10 up. Antonio's 3/10 up on his time. That would put him in P2 at the moment. 4/10 up. 5/10 up. I'm pulling for you, Antonio, just because I'm shooting for an underdog. Go, buddy, go. Goes through turn 19, Woodcote, and across the line. He's 6/10 up now. Boom, P2. That moves him to 2 minutes, .4. Pretty nice field we got going on here. I mean, we got a good battle there in the mid-pack from 3 down. That is pretty good. So let's jump to the intermission screen, get a couple things set up here, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. So let's get ready to have a rundown of our drivers here and their positions they're starting. We got about 2.5 minutes to go. I'll get us onto the right screen, so bear with me here, guys. So leading off in P1, we have Nate Schreiber and his McLaren Racing. I just realized he's got no number plate. I like that. Blue and orange. P2, we have Antonio Vieira in his Ferrari. Kirill in another Ferrari. Ilya Ivanyik in a McLaren. Dave Lopez back in his McLaren. Ryan Luke, Ferrari. Josh Grush, McLaren. Seeing a pattern here, aren't we? Ian Luscombe, BMW. P8. P9, NS. And a Porsche 993. Can't think today. And we got Joe Connolly in P10 and is also in a 993. Daki Rodriguez, P11th overall in a McLaren. Steve Henson, P12 in car number 113, also in the McLaren. Now we're getting to some GT4s. So starting off in the pole position for your GT4 class, we got Bonus Charles, Robbie, sorta Asian Daniel, and P14, Chris Rise in P15, and the Porsche Cayman. Our favorite little German Kraut, De Rosso, P16. David Courtwright and P17. Joel Price, who didn't look like he practiced, just jumped in the server, popped in at P18. Luke Locklear is going to blind us tonight in his metallic silver Cayman, and Johnny DiMacci in his Chevy Camaro. So that is going to be our starting lineup for tonight. I hope you guys are pretty excited. The race, no, Richard, has not started yet. It is about to start in 30 seconds. All right, let's try to get this a little better here so we can kind of see what's going on. Hope I don't make you all sick. But here we go. And in 4 seconds, we're going to be taking off from the line here for our formation lap and starting lap. I just realized the scarring on the side of the wall actually literally looks like a car. You see the tire and whatnot. That's pretty freaking cool. Level of detail in this game. 45 minutes, GT3/GT4 mixed class racing. Here we go. There we go. All right, sorry about that, guys. Just trying to, maybe I probably should shift up a little bit. Let's go, since we got 20 cars, P9's good, right? Okay, so they're only going through turn 5 here, and this way we probably try to get a better bird's eye view of what's going on the track. Any issues, I guess you would say, but I think we should be fine. It's going to be interesting to see about halfway through the race. I bet you we're going to start seeing, and we're talking 3 seconds a lap lead, so 20 laps? Would be, 3 seconds. That's quite a bit for the guys running 2-minute laps. So, no, it wasn't 3 seconds. It was 12 seconds or 10 seconds. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, you're looking at 12 laps, and the leaders should be catching the GT4s. Actually, less than that because I was just going by the slowest GT3 versus the fastest GT4. So we're probably going to see around lap 8, 9, 10. The traffic becoming an issue. My brain is not here today. I will say that part of my unfortunate aspect of my travelings to Europe, they lost my bag, which had my medicine in it. So it's been a struggle for me, so please bear with me tonight, guys. I tell you what, Fanta is just straight up fire. I love it. There we go. Turn 14. They're just heading through Village now. You know, the new updates in the game, you used to be able to basically brake boost or ride your brakes around the track, build some temperature in your tires and whatnot. It's a little different now. It takes a lap or two to build up the pressure and temperatures in your tires, and you got to do a good job of preserving your tires before it becomes an issue later on in the race. So it's a fine balancing act, really it is. Trying to extract as much pace and speed without damaging your tires, which would end up costing you that later in the race. So it is definitely something that sits in your mind when you start a race, you know, trying to push, gain positions when you can, stay out of trouble, etc. So as we are winding around through turn 19, we're sitting in position number 4, car number 47, Ilya Ivanyik. So we can kind of get a nice view of what's going on behind when the start of the race happens here. So we'll just go ahead and zoom back out so we actually got the starters here. So here we go. They are lining up. They are getting ready for the green flag to start Season 8 Odyssey Racing League here in Silverstone. So everybody get ready. Lights are about to be out. Buckle your seatbelts. Get a drink of your Coke. We are in for some unique, fun, and exciting action. Green, green, green. Lights are out. Let's go. Maybe tomorrow. There we go. Green. My bad. So it looks like we got a good start. Oh, we have contact in the front. Car number 113. He is down and out. He's in P11. He's off the track. We got all kinds of chaos going behind here. Let's see what else we got going on the track. I am all over the place with this camera. My God, that was intense. Let's go see if I can try to get a highlight here and see what we can see what happened. Let's go and jump onto Ilya's car here. Let's just go to TV1. We're in TV1. This looks like he got pitched in turn. Josh Ivanyik took some stuff. Nate Schreiber, not Nate Schreiber, but where's he at? He fell all the way down. Antonio, excuse me, got turned around. Just looked like he got spun and took. The gap wasn't there. So as this replay ending now, we're going to go ahead and just see exactly what we are. We have, let's see, we got car number 51, 11, 16, 23, and 47, and car number 13 were all involved in the incident in turn 1, or not even turn 1, it was at the start of the race. So we have actually moved cars all over the place. Let's go ahead and look at the positions gained board. Nate Schreiber is still in P1 after starting the race in P1. Our big mover is Nianzi. Car number 23, NS. He has moved up 7 spots. As I say that, we got car number 47, Ilya, getting bumped there into turn 15. Speaking of, he's actually stayed in his position. Dave Lopez has stayed in his position. Mr. Daki Rodriguez has moved up 5 spots. Big losers for the right now at the start of this race is Kirill and Steve Henson. Steve is actually currently in the pits as we speak. But we got all sorts of action happening on the track here. Let's go to TV camera number 2. Maybe not. TV cameras aren't really that great here. I just kind of realized that. So we've got some close action here. We're going to go to this battle here for P4. Dave Lopez and Rodriguez battling it out as they are fighting for that top 5 position here. As you see, they're going through. We got a car number 47 has received a drive-through penalty. Car number 47 is Ilya Ivanyik. So that's going to be a killer because the worst part about a drive-through is you're burning up a pit stop, or you're not burning up a pit stop. You're not taking your 1 liter of fuel too. So this battle is continuing to go here between Dave here As you see, the screen on the bottom right was just reverb. Let me try to see if I probably turned something on here. Hopefully that fixes the reverb there, Richard. I had an echo turned on a little bit. My bad. I could sing Hallelujah for you. I don't know if that's copyright infringement, though. So let's go back here to P7 and battle for P7 between Ryan, Luke, and Antonio Vieira. We're 0.3 of a second behind. Vieira, don't forget, started in P2. So guys got a ton of pace. Unfortunately, it was involved in the incident on, well, not even to turn 1. So turn 0.25. We got a bunch of battles here right behind them. For the 9th position, we got Ian Ludscombe and Joe Connolly battling it out for P9 and P10. They're within a second of each other here. Looks like someone's having fun as an admin. Steve Henson is out of the pits. Chris Rice here, he's already boxed for the race. He's already served his mandatory pit stop. We got quite a... he served his pits. So, good for him. Car number 47 still has to do his drive-through. Let's go up here to Dacky and Dave battling it out for P5. As we sit on Dacky's car number 97 there. Car number 35, Josh Grush just got himself a 15-second penalty added on for the incident at the beginning of the race there. Actually, I haven't seen that. Usually you get turn 1. You don't tend to get, unless you're at Monza, spun out like that. So Ryan Luke has dove into the pits himself, but we have a mighty nasty battle here for the P5 position 6 and 7 between Vieira, Lopez, and Rodriguez. As I say that, you see Antonio Vieira diving to the inside on turn number 7. He's giving him space between him and Lopez, but they're going into turn 9 club. Lopez succeeds the position. Oh my goodness, Vieira, that was a dive. Dude, lick the stamp and send that. You got mail. That was impressive. I think we need to go take another peek at that, because that was... we're going to see this whole battle here. Let's go to Helicam so it gives you a much better view of exactly this. Great move. They gave you, and the respect the two drivers actually had there between the two of them, just staying side by side but giving each other enough room. And then he dives in late on the brakes. That's just impressive, Dave. Car number 97, Dacky Rodriguez, smartly noticing that he was being outbraked easily, and he got out of the way, gave the position. But that was a very impressive move by Antonio. I'll give him that move of the day. So as we see Antonio making his way through the field, he's now in P5. This is for P4 with Josh. Dacky and Dave are still battling it out in the rear, but this has turned into a hell of a recovery drive for you there, Mr. Vieira. Well, car number 47, Ilya, you better get in there and serve your your drive-through, or you're going to get black flagged and kicked out of the race. So I know it stinks, my friend, but you got to serve it. So right now you see on the timing board there, we got car number 47 in 3rd position and car number 35 in the 4th position. Both have penalties that they have to serve, but at least Josh can serve his in the pits when he decides to fulfill his pit obligation. It's interesting to see where the pace between these two are. Ooh, he feels good in that turn 9-10 area. Let's back this out and let's watch from Josh's view here and see how this is going to look, because I just have a feeling here through Abby. He's not going to dive here, but I'm thinking in this turn number 14 is going to be a chance for him to try to outbrake him. He's going to give him the easy inside line, and he is going to outbrake him. Another amazing move by Antonio. Bravo, bravo. So as you see Antonio Vieira making his way up to P4, he's got 3.8 seconds to get to Ilya, but he is actually going to get that this lap because Ilya needs to box to serve his penalty. And basically he is 5 seconds behind P2, so I'm wondering how many laps he would take for him to do this. We're just going to say starting lap 4, so let's keep track of that. Let's go back in the field here and see some other battles we got going on here. Dakey Rodriguez and Ian Lutzcombe are battling out for P7 and P8. Or excuse me, Dave Lopez for P6 and P5. These two have been battling for the last few laps. Does look like Ilya has decided to not serve his penalty. So unfortunately he has been disqualified from the race. That leaves Nate Shriver in P1, NS here in P2, followed by Vieira in P3. That gap was 5 seconds at the beginning of this lap, and it's already been down to 4.24. Well, I guess it's moving back up, so good. It's about the same pace. Let's see, last lap Antonio actually was quite a bit slower, about a half second slower that last lap. So I don't know if Antonio's running into issues because he's probably carrying a decent amount of damage from that incident on turn 1. You can see on the board there, P12. Well, he's not showing on the board anymore, but he's not showing on 20. But on my board, I'm seeing that he's still in P13. That's how far behind the GT4s are already. This is car number 44 is the leader. Chris Rise is just now going through turn 14, and he's not far behind at all. So we are 10 minutes into this race, and it's full and action-packed so far. Actually, it's been quite entertaining even on my end. Some bumps and bruises and some mistakes made. People not serving penalties, just terrible. We have lost 2 drivers. I'm trying to figure out who we lost other than Ilya. But Nate here is in P1, followed by NS here in P2. That gap to P3 has moved down to sub 2.5 second mark. As Antonio Vieira has made his way back up through the field, so good for him. Josh Grush there in P4. Now he does have a 15-second penalty that will be added onto his pit stop, and you see right on his backside we have Dave Lopez. So let's go to a rear view here to see if Dave's going to get some excitement here into turn 1. It does look like he's able to carry a lot more speed, but Dave does get a lot of oversteer. So yeah, I mean, you're right. It's a good thing we separate rookies, and it's good for them to get action against other drivers and able to learn and get better. So I do like the fact that we have a completely separate rookie class for that, because at Odyssey Racing League we're all about inclusion. We want everybody from beginner to pro to be running with us and feel safe and running with us and having a good time. So we got some really fast guys on our server that love to help out. So definitely check it out, guys. If you're new and you're worried about, I'm new, I'm not that fast. Doesn't matter. We all start somewhere, and you're welcomed here at Odyssey Racing League. You see Dave there. He's still right there nipping on the heels of Josh. Dave Lopez and Dakey Rodriguez. I'm just going to Lopez and Rodriguez are right there. So we're basically 2 seconds, or about a second and a half separating P4 to P6. Other than that, we got some gaps that have opened up. Antonio Vieira has closed the gap to 3.8 seconds. He's definitely faster in Sector 3 than NS is. But now we're seeing some action here. We got Josh Grush still kind of holding up these guys here. But Lopez and Rodriguez, the Bandinos, are all on the backside of him. They are not going to let him get away. The question is does Rodriguez want to try to make a move here on Lopez? It doesn't look like he's going to, but I don't know if he's getting slowed down. But we see that we're passing Chris Rise there in a GT4. Good job getting out of the way, letting these guys battle it out for position up here. But if you're Lopez, the last thing you really want to do is battling him for the position behind you, slowing you down from catching the guy in front. Josh, he's up 3 positions from the start of the race, so he's made some moves. Now look at Dave going a little bit wide. Lopez wide. Rodriguez is there. Let's go to that battle here, because these guys are... oops, wrong camera, sorry. are battling it out for this position. So this is for position here, guys. Lopez and Rodriguez, P5 and P6. And just ahead of them is Grush there in P4. So strategically, if you're Grush, you got that 15 seconds. Like, you almost kind of want to continue to hold these guys up, because if you come in now, they're going to get clean air and be able to run. They obviously got a little bit more pace than you in certain parts of the track, so that's going through your mind. And then secondly, you're like, well, then, you know, I got to serve this 15 seconds. I go at the same time, I'm out behind them 15 seconds. So what do? Swallowing the mic? Swallowing the mic? I don't know. I'm exhausted. Today's been a crazy day. So if I'm swallowing the mic, I'm sorry. I didn't have much time to test this out today, guys, beforehand. Unfortunately, daddy duties had a hold of me. Made a really killer plate of ragu, so Italian approved by the wife. But let's see here. These guys, Lopez and Rodriguez, are just battling it out. I'm impressed with the battle. They getting each other space, but they just inching up, you know, centimetering up, I guess, if you want to say, for our Euro folks here. But right onto the back bumper of Grush. Now this battle is now turned into level 4. These guys, Lopez diving to the inside, looking to the outside. Grush hanging out in the middle, trying to not give him a spot, because trying to hold him up. Got to make him go on the outside. As we see Grush in turn 1, Cops going just a tad bit wide. This is turning into a hell of a battle, guys. Let's jump in the middle car here of this little battle. But you can see Lopez has got definitely a higher pace advantage now that he doesn't have to battle with Rodriguez behind him. But Rodriguez is now catching up, just like about 2 laps ago when Lopez was right on the backside of Grush. He had a little bit of oversteer, which allowed Rodriguez to catch up to him. Rodriguez feeling a little frisky there, looking on the inside there into turn 7, into Stowe corner. Looked like he was going to try to pull in the whoopsie-daisy going inside move, the Vieira special tonight. As you see Rodriguez there, he himself just had a little bit of snap oversteer, which kind of frees up some more space for Lopez. But this is currently our closest battle right now. Vieira has made it up to 1.3 seconds behind NS here in P2, so that battle's heating up. Make a move. I want action. I think we all want action. The gain is too high. Alright, let's... there's 3 buttons. There's a mic plus minus, there's a headphone plus minus, and then... So let's turn the gain down a little bit. See if that's a little bit better. Anyways, sorry. I'm not trying to not pay attention to y'all. It's just my screen's screwed up too. It's not allowing me to have the chat where I like to have it at, so I can actually see it better. So... anyways, 0.2 of a second. Dave Lopez going into turn 19, in our turn 1, excuse me, going into Cop's corner. We got a total of 0.8 of a second separating these 3. I mean, I have to jump into P2 because I missed the pass, but Antonio Vieira has made a pass. As you see, NS going off the track behind him. He's sideways. Oh, Lord. Oh. Why? Oh. I was trying to change cameras, and he lost a few positions from that. So as that foray with his lawn care business, Nate has moved down to P5. But he's still up 4 spots from where he started, so that's pretty good. At least I hope it is for him. Anyways, let's go back to the battle here. Dave Lopez and Grush have kind of separated. No, they have not. They're within 0.4 of a second of each other here. I plan to go back to the GT4s here if we can get a move made here by Dave on Josh. because we have a battle for the P16 position between Robbie and De Rosso. Josh Crush goes wide. Oh, farm curve. That's not good. That was not a move that I was expecting there for this to happen. F in the chat to pay your respects. As I'm saying that, we're looking at P16 with De Rosso, Auto Ordinary Orphan Racing, Porsche Cayman. Jesus. Ooh, Jesus on a motorbike. Oh, my. Right. So he is right behind Robbie Daniel there in the Ginetta. So Porsche on Ginetta battle here. We got a stop-go for speeding in the pit lane for car number 96. That is David Courtwright. Dude gets under hurricane warnings. Florida boy. Didn't know if he was going to race tonight. And bam. He's racing and getting penalties. Little speed demon that man is. Come on, De Rosso, get it done. So as we are going down Hamilton Straight, turning into Abbey, man, the speed differences are just intense in GT4. I guess this track really exemplifies the speed difference in the cars versus GT4 versus GT3. So I don't know what button I just pressed. I didn't want to press that button. Sorry, I was trying to... I know you can separate it by class, but I guess I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not smart. So as this is going on, going into turn 1, De Rosso did not have the guts to make the move. But this battle is still heating up here. De Rosso versus Robbie for the P15 position. Just drive through him, De Rosso. He would do it to you. Do it. Do it good. Punt him off the track like you should. That's just Robbie, De Rosso. A lot of us kind of just poke fun at each other in the Discord server. So Robbie's a magnet for hitting people. De Rosso, I don't know if you can if you're watching my stream. I'm not actually saying punt him off the track, dude. Got a few white flags on the track here for the slow cars, but quite a few in the pits also. You got to see Dave Lopez, Rodriguez, Conley, Courtwright, and Hansen are in the pits. But as I'm saying that, going on to the Hamilton Straight, we got De Rosso versus Robbie side-by-side action. Who's gonna lift first? Who's gonna take the corner? De Rosso's on the inside into Abbey. Going into turn 13, he gives the position back. He's in P15, farm curve. They're inside. Now he's on the inside of him. Going to the outside. He's going to try out breaking him to get the run off the corner. Going to the loop. Heavy braking. Oh, Lord. Now onto the Wellington Straight. De Rosso did lose a little bit of his time and his speed. But let's go back to the rear camera here and see how this is going to end up going, into turn 17. Into Brooklands they go. Braking in his Ginetta. We got it inside. He's on the inside. Oh, come on, De Rosso. Turn 18, left field, going on to the front straight. Let's see. In turn 1, does he have it? Nope. He definitely looks like he's braking a little bit later, though. Just a little bit later. You know, Robbie's watching his mirror. Nah, Robbie's not watching his mirror. He's looking off and seeing squirrels or something. Trying to intimidate Robbie. You don't intimidate Robbie, Daniel. Yo, let's go, Lucia. Or Lucia, sorry. I forgot. Come on, DeRosa, you just threw it all away. You had your chance. You know, sneakily looking up there in P11, we got Joel Price there in his Top Gear Murder Prostitute Special Camaro. Not bad for literally getting, like, what, 2 laps in qualifying, no practice? Credit where credit is due, Mullet Man. You are doing well. Lucia Tosi. Jesus, I keep saying it's a habit, especially I just got back from there. Lucia Tosi has just moved up to the pro class, by the way. She'll be racing tomorrow night, guys. She is literally improved at lightning pace last season. She was pretty damn good at. I don't remember because I didn't see the end of the season with my internet issues, but I don't know if she ended up winning that division or not. But she was improving at such a rapid pace; it was hard to ignore. So we got P10 there and Josh Grush. That can't be Grush. That is GT4. Who in the world is that? DeRosa goes wide into Brooklyn's. I have no idea who that car is. So let's go up here to P5 between Vieira and Dave Lopez. They both have pitted, so this is going to be for position. Vieira's got a 30-second stop-go, however. So, in reality, do you fight or do you let him go? Try to basically keep touch of his rear bumper. I think if it's me, I'm not burning up my tires. He's got 30-second stop-go penalty. I would probably not fight him and let him lead the way and just stay within shouting distance. That's me personally. Again, I drive the Porsche, so like halfway through the race, the tires are smoked. So, so we have the top 4 cars have yet to pit. The leader of the GT4 class, Bonus Charles, there in P10 overall, has yet to pit. Joel Price and Johnny DeMarchi in their Camaros have yet to pit also. Is it going to be a who can blink last for P4 and P3 and P2 and 1? But he got a pretty hefty lead, P1 to P2. He's looking at 17 seconds. I mean, it's a huge lead as he's working his way in through the GT3 or 4 cars as he passes Robbie Daniel there on the Hamilton straight. So now we look back at Ian Lutzcombe. He's 16.5 seconds behind. This shows you how far behind he is. It's in the distance that they have between the two is pretty impressive. So Vieira has jumped into the pits to serve his stop-go 30. I'm thinking he was hoping that maybe he can just either get in fresh air and try to stretch his legs before he had to serve that in the next 19 minutes. I'm not quite sure. So, anywho, I'm going to try to get some of these guys in for a chat after the race. See how well receptive they are. But it's going to be interesting to hear what actually happened in their point of view. So car number 133, Vieira has served his stop-go penalty, and he is actually the leader of the race with a 2-minute 6.87 for his fastest lap. So leaders on lap 13. The last place car is on lap 8. We lost another driver. I don't know who it was. I don't keep track of that. It's not my thing. So, oh well. I would like to get some of these GT4s, close enough together so they're fighting for position. And, excuse me, I got a cough, sorry. Sorry, I didn't want to cough into the microphone. But we're looking here at Joe Connolly. He's up 5 positions from where he started in P10. He's about getting ready to have himself a battle between NS and him, and NS is closing the gap here, 1.8 seconds behind. Man, I can't tell you how much I love Fanta. But that is actually our closest battle on the track right now. Conley and Nate here. Nate. Whatever. I'm calling you Nate. Sorry. You're a Nate now. I didn't say innate. I said you're a Nate. But that gap is closed by another 0.8 of a second. And closing quick. Especially if you can get a nice little toe from him. Let Connolly break the air for you. And as we see, Nate has gone a little bit wide there. That gap was less than a second at, I think, 0.7. Now it's back to 1.3. That shows you just how much time you can lose and distance you can lose to the car in front of you from something like this. But as this battle's going on, Ryan Luke behind them and car number 666 is Ferrari. He's actually closing the gap to these two in front of him. So this is going to turn into a menage a trois here pretty quick. So we still haven't had everybody pit yet. We got Price, Marchi, Charles, Luscombe, Kirill, and Nate Schreiber. Have not pitted. As I state that Ian Ludscombe has popped into the pits, and our current lead gap from P1 to P2 is about 26 seconds. I mean, there's a huge difference. He's turning into Abbey now, and Kirill is in turn 8 Vale. So that's a quarter of a lap. When you look at it, 25 seconds when you're running 2-minute laps. That's quite impressive. Or not even, he's about almost halfway through. Oh, DeRosso and Robbie Daniel, they are battling it out again. DeRosso is saying he thinks this is autocross or something. He's just straight up like hitting cones and going anywhere he wants. But this is for position. DeRosso did lose the position to Robbie. I can't believe you're going to let him push you around, DeRosso. Sad German noises. Kanik Hatzian. These two go together like peanut butter and jelly. They are all over each other and have been all race. I know they're talking trash to each other. We got a battle going on for P5. Let's jump back up to that as Nate is pulling up to the back of Joe Connolly here. Just for... Oh, Nate! No! All right, back to regular programming here. The battle for P15 between DeRosso and Robbie Daniel. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of hoping for a little bit of carnage here because I just know the amount of trash talking after this is going to be over the top awesome. Just saying. With a lot of you can't hear or understand anything Robbie's saying because he's talking so loud and fast, and DeRosso yelling, "Mate, mate." It'd be good. I don't think that guy ever sleeps, though. Seriously. He's never asleep. We're going down the hangar straight now. DeRosso is literally all over the back of Robbie's backside. Tucks his hand to the right-hand side into Stowe. They're side by side, spooning each other down the back into turn 8. They go. DeRosso gives a little bit of room, tries to duck to the inside of Robbie. Robbie is not seceding the position. He's doing a pretty good job of defending here. This is turning into a hell of a battle. Just for an instance, the last lap they ran, it was 1/10 of a second off from each other. Intense. Keep this battle up, boys. We do have battle back up there for P6. Looks like Nate has made it close enough to the back of them, but Joe Connolly has lost position to Ryan Luke. Oh, onto the curb goes DeRosso. Does not lose control. I was kind of hoping we see a prototypical Porsche Cayman two-wheel drive action there. Oh, Josh just done 2 pit stops. So is Antonio. Well, Antonio had to stop and go 30. That's why. But as we go into Brooklyn's turn A, we have the battle here for P15 with DeRosso jumping to the outside. Is he going to try tucking in? No. Robbie is still on that proper line there. I am talking out my backside because I really don't know what to say, other than the fact that he is suffocating Robbie from behind. I did not actually mean to say it like that. Going through the start-finish line, they bump fenders into turn 1. DeRosso is in P15. They are side by side going through Cops. Soon to be going through Maggots and Beckett's. Still side by side. Robbie with a little bit of a late break. He's going to go onto the grass, and he's not going to hold it together. There goes Robbie Daniel off the track. The position goes to DeRosso. Robbie cracks under pressure. Boo! This battle ain't over yet. DeRosso's, these little GT4s just don't have enough oomph to get away fast enough, so he ain't that far away. To be continued. Look how close he broke. I swear DeRosso slowed down so they can continue to race each other. That's good. Good Lord. That was fun. So let's jump here to P6 between Nate and Joe again. Hopefully Nate can hold it together this time around. I'm not going to give him the commentator's curse. I actually clicked on Joe's car, so he jumps to the inside on the hanger straight. Is he going to outbrake him into Stowe? No, but he does go wider and gets a better line through the apex, through Vale. They go now into Club Corner. That is Ryan Luke up there, literally 1.8 seconds ahead of Joe and Nate fighting it out for P6. Oh, wow. Nate, no. Let's see if DeRosso and Robbie decided to crash each other. Oh, my God. I could not have timed that better. I couldn't have. Seriously. Could not have timed that better. I should get an Oscar for that. So let's see what led up to this massacre. Robbie just absolutely destroying DeRosso. Did you not see the brake marker? Oh, wow. But it does look like he redressed the position. So good for you, Robbie. Good for you. I think DeRosso might have braked just a tad bit earlier because that the car that was there kind of might have spooked him a little bit. But fair play by both of them as they're actually about to get lapped by Joel Price here. But Joel has not served his pit stop. As you see Ian Ludscombe winding his way through the traffic there. Good God, how much bigger that M4 is compared to these cars. It's ginormous. Robbie takes the position away from DeRosso. DeRosso's, nah, I'm not giving it up that easy. And here comes Joel like, hey, dude, get out of my way. Oh, my gosh. DeRosso goes wide into Club. He's on the grass. Joel's going to get by. It doesn't matter if they're lapping him. Or they're getting lapped, excuse me. Now the battle commences. It's like a gladiator fight here. Battle to the death with 8 minutes to go in the race. These two just can't get enough of each other. Might as well be married at this point. Going into Abbey. Robbie's got more speed, carrying the pace through there. Into Village. They dive. Got the GT3 all up on the backside of him. DeRosso's all over the back of Robbie. This is entertaining. I don't care who you are. That vehicle behind them there is P17. He is a few laps down. Keep fighting, keep plugging away there, Steve. That is Hansen there, and P17 getting by him. Getting by DeRosso, should get by Robbie here. Which is allowing DeRosso says, thank you for leaving the door open. I'll have me some more of that. Man, these two. This is entertaining. You see, they just passed Joel there in the pit. So now technically on the same lap. Bump drafting down to the front straight into Cops. They go. This is awesome. As you see Ryan Luke here trying to get through the traffic, which is DeRosso, what are you doing? It's making for good TV. I'm sorry. I don't know. Are you guys not entertained? Because I am. So the best part about this is I wanted to jump to the Joe Conley, Ryan Luke battle here. They're actually those two last cars that are pulling up behind Robbie there in the red car. As he's getting flashed, there goes Joel. Joe Price is flashing his way through. He's got Nate on his back. This is the P5 or 6 and P7 lapping them. Just look at the pace difference between the cars, especially under brake. Watch this. Just insane. You do have a lot more active aero and downforce in the GT3 cars compared to just mechanical grip that you get from the GT4s. But just amazing difference in what those two different cars can do, especially at this track. You're seeing a 10-second gap difference between the slowest GT3 and the fastest GT4. All right, so Nate is out of the pits. It looks like we have had everybody serve their pit stop, which is good. I'm sorry, Nate. I'm not Nate Schreiber. I wish I could give you more airtime, but you're literally just cruising right now. Ryan Luke's off the track there. Ryan Luke's braking a little bit sideways in this car. It's allowing Joe to catch up to the back of him. So P5, 6, and 7 separated by about 3.8 seconds. Let's take a peek at Robbie and DeRosso. Oh, they got a little bit of a gap between them. Let's look at Bonus Charles here in P11 leading the GT4 class. Pretty mightily, he's ahead of them. He's one lap ahead of Joel there in P2 on the GT4 class. Not a bad day for Joel. Not a bad day. Honestly, going to say I think the my driver of the day kind of thing would be Steven Hansen, just for the fact that we all have to start somewhere, and the guy's plugging it away. You can't get better when you quit the races. So good for you, Steven. So we're with 4 minutes to go in this race. We're going to jump back to Joel here because Nate is all over the backside of him. Joe and Nate and Luke battling it out for the top 5 position with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. It's kind of do or die. And unfortunately, the last few times I came back to this battle, Nate has bottled it up. He's been all over the back of Joe. But Nate has just not been able to make the pass. Unfortunately, he's just harmed himself more than he does anything. He dives in late on the brakes. Ryan Luke, it looks like Ryan's struggling up there too. But let's do a view from the back of his car so we can see the battle going on behind them. And as they're onto the Wellington Straight, Nate, how in the world is Dave Lopez only 5 seconds behind Schreiber? Okay, I don't know. I really don't know, because he was 15 seconds ahead before he had a box. So looks like this battle here with Conley and Nate here has had an issue. We had some contact. Let's take a look at it and see what actually happened here. Yeah, Nate just braked a little bit late, and that's how that gap opened up in front of him. Good for Nate to redress also. That's good sportsmanship. We kind of like that. Well, at least I do. But let's go up to P1. Nate Schreiber, from start to finish, has led this race. Dave Lopez, that's not Dave Lopez's car. There's Dave Lopez. Is in P2. Ian Ludscombe in P3. He's moved up 5 spots from where he started. Dave moved up 3 spots from where he started. Kirill here in P4. He's only 4 seconds behind Ian Ludscombe, so with 1 minute and 45 seconds to go, he's going to have to battle out. We did have a change of position here, so Nate has made it into P5. Joe's in P6 still, and Ryan Luke has actually dropped down to P7. We got Rodriguez and Lopez into an issue here. That's going to actually bring Ian Ludscombe up here. If he continues to go, he's 9 seconds, 8, 7, 6. Oh, man, that almost cost Lopez P2. Holy cow. This battle here for P5 between Nate and Conley. About a 1.3 second gap there. But let's go ahead and follow. This is not going to be the last lap. We're in turn 6 now. I don't believe it will. He's how many seconds in this lap? 33. Yeah, this will probably be the white flag lap here. They're going to run out of time before they get to the start-finish line here for Nate Schreiber. Car 383. Johnny DeMarchi, no. He gets a drive-through penalty this late in the race for track limits. I don't think when he was a child growing up in Italy, before he moved here, he was ever given crayons and supposed to draw between the lines. Robbie and DeRosso having some issues. We have some contact between those two again. That car that is in front of them, that is actually the leader of the GT4 class. This is going to turn spicy, I know it. As we can see Robbie going to the inside. Now he's got the P15 position. This is going to turn spicy. We're turn 4, Maggots and Beckett's here. We did see DeRosa look like he got a little unstable as they go around. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try something for the first time. I'm going to try pulling these two, Robbie and DeRosa, in for a post-race chat, because this battle has been quite fun to see here. As Nate Schreiber has won the opening round of Season 8 of Odyssey Racing League's GT Americas class, followed by Dave Lopez and Ian Ludscombe in P2 and P3. I'm just don't think that Robbie's going to lose enough time to DeRosso here to make this a spicy ending. I thought for sure DeRosso was going to do some fun. But let's go back here to Ryan Luke. Nate has yet to finish, but he's actually off the track. That gap has closed substantially. I think it was like 3-something seconds, and now it's down to a second and a half. Nate's tires have got to be shot, but as he's rounding the turn to the cross start-finish line, he is in P5. P6 goes to Ryan Luke. P7 goes to Joe Conley. And a rough day for Antonio Vieira from the start of the race. He's going to finish in P8. Josh Grush in P9. Bonus Charles is going to be right up there. But let's go back here. Let's see if he's going to be able to do anything. Oh, DeRosa, what are you doing? DeRosa's to the inside and to left field. They are going to turn this into chaos on the very last lap, the very last corner of the race. Are they pulling a Schumacher-Barrichello? Side by side, we're heading to the start-finish line for the checkered flag. Who's going to win the P15 position? It looks like it's going to be DeRosso for P15. So that rounds out your field for today, guys. Let me see if I can get some people in for interviews. I will be right back. All right, guys. Let's see who I can get in here. I'm going to try seeing if I can get both DeRosso and Ravi Daniel in here to explain their actions in this race. So let's see. I do see both of them in there. Let's pull them over here. We're going to try something new for the first time. We're going to do a three-way interview with you guys in your epic battle through the whole race.
Let's go.
So which one of you was Barrichello?
I said the same thing.
That was
me, I guess.
That was on stream, by the way.
No, it
Nice.
was.
And then your incident, like 2 laps prior to that, I go, let's see where Robbie kills him at, and then bam! I literally switched right to you guys. It was perfect, but you guys, that was entertaining.
Did you catch lap 14 when I went flying on the sausage king?
No, I did not.
No.
No, I saved the replay though, so I might need to go back. But that was pretty freaking entertaining, guys.
Oh, it was really
was a
great
lot.
to race Robbie the whole time. I had a really hard time getting around him, to be fair.
Yeah, Robbie's pretty good at taking up spots. Yeah, it was fun, man. It was entertaining. So, thanks, guys, for having a lot of fun out there. Hope to see you next week.
Yup.
Yep.
Bye.
See ya.
All right, let's see if we can get Nate in here, our winner of the race, and congratulate him. So, one moment here. Nate, you there? Hello. Season 8, Race 1 winner, Nate. Are you there? You must be a little gun shy here, so let's just go ahead and move him out of here and back to the other room, and we can all give him a congratulations for his season opener win with, it seemed like, absolute pleasure race for him, start to finish. Good race for everybody. I was quite entertained. I hope you were entertained. We are going to be back next week for the same class, same time. I believe it's older. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But anyways, Watkins Glen. Excuse me. It's Watkins Glen. But try to jump in tomorrow to watch the pro and silver class race tomorrow night. So 9 o'clock, Silverstone. See some fast drivers and hopefully as much action. So thanks again, everybody, for sticking around. I hope you were entertained. I was glad to be back, and I will see you all next week. Take care.